Hello and welcome. I'm Alex Folder, Head of Communications at Open, and you are very welcome to the first in our series of holiday gifting webinars, where we're sharing the what, the why, and the how of truly impactful holiday and end-of-year gifting campaigns. Holiday and end-of-year gifting is the gifting event of the year. There's a great sense of joy and a spirit of generosity around gifting at this time of year that is really uplifting. But as gifters, we want to be sure we're getting it right and that what we're sending is right for the recipient. This is where Open makes all the difference, by gifting recipients the power of choice. So here to discuss this and to share tips on how you can create a choice-led end-of-year gifting campaign are Ciara Flood, co-founder of Open, and Ros Leach, head of brand partners at Open. Welcome, Ciara and Ros.
Thank you so much, Alex. I'm really excited to be here today to talk about connecting with your team, customers, and prospects through the power of gifting. I'm thrilled Ros could join us today too. Ros and I know each other from a former world of fashion. Ros has worked sourcing for the best retailers in the world, including Selfridges department store in London, where I worked too, and Prada. So she knows a thing or two about product and sourcing and what truly resonates with people. So holiday gifting, particularly in a corporate or business context, can get lost in the noise if done half-heartedly. So it's worth time and thought to get it right. So to cut to the chase, Ros, what do you think makes a great gift?
Thank you, Ciara. Great question. And one that I feel can be sometimes quite overwhelming. How do you decide what gift to send? Well, here at Open, we've tried to make this easy for you by distilling it down into three main principles. Number one, think customer. So who is the end recipient and what is their connection to you or your business? What are their values? What do they care about? And what message are you trying to send them? So whether it's a commitment to sustainability, how is that gift packaged? Can it be recycled? Or is the key focus on amplifying the work of minority-owned businesses by supporting makers from the BIPOC or LGBTQ+ communities? Maybe a physical gift is not suitable. It's arguable that we all have too much stuff. I am definitely a victim here. Perhaps an experience or an option to donate on their behalf is a much more thoughtful path. The key here is getting that connection between the gift sender and the recipient right. So number one is think customer. Number two, longevity, meaning that it stands the test of time, either physically. A good gift is so well made that it becomes a household staple for years. Sure, it might cost maybe higher, but it will mean more in the hands of its new owner. It's that case of quality beats quantity, but also emotionally. And what do I mean by that? Let's use Ciara and I as an example here. We've spoken about this, Ciara, before. We both come from a fashion background and have been on the end of many a gift, some great, and some that have kind of left us feeling a little cold, which is the exact opposite emotion, right, that the sender was hoping to achieve in sending that gift. And why was that? So, examples I can think of are when you get given a gift and it's the wrong size or the wrong color, and then suddenly you're responsible for this gift and you have to either donate it or give it away, and you have sort of guilt, which is not really the feeling you wanted. Open offers you the option to choose a size. So that kind of goes away, which is exciting. Kind of conscious of waste and how packages turn up. So we're getting something that's, minimal, gives a really good first impression. And first impressions count. So the key here is finding the right gift and experience that will leave a positive imprint in your recipient's brain that will then continue to evoke that happy memory for years to come. And number three, a good gift must be very considered. So it's useful and yet unexpected in a good way. We've seen a trend in recent years that doesn't seem to be going away, where people have increasingly come to value experiences as much as objects. Digital gifts and donations are a great way of bringing communities together and supporting local establishments. Make a donation on the gift recipient's behalf, or let them choose from our curated catalogue of digital gifts. You can think outside the box here. Sure, there's always a time and place for an Uber credit or a Starbucks gift card, but why not treat them to an Airbnb experience or a masterclass subscription? I have personally gifted masterclass, and I have to say I've had a 100% success rate. People always come to me saying, oh my gosh, I never heard of it, or I would never bought that for myself. I loved it. So I really recommend that one. So you really need to think about what people will use the most. And sometimes that can go beyond a physical gift.
I think that's so important, and it's so important to kind of bring the thought in here. And I was just thinking about, I obviously always thinking about gifting, but thinking about like former lives and what I've been gifted, t-shirts from every different size range with every different printing effect sit in the back of my wardrobe currently. And I'm thinking the one gift I keep thinking that comes back to me that really resonated was when I worked at Net-a-Porter. We got this really small, beautiful measuring tape with a really subtle brand moment on it. And at that time, Net-a-Porter were trying to prove the point that you could buy clothing at a higher price point online successfully and, you know, get your size right. The measuring tape was kind of synonymous with that, and giving it to customers and giving it to employees. But I look back on that piece and I think, wow, like it makes me think about a problem we were kind of trying to solve there, but also just evokes happy memories of a good time working at Net-a-Porter. So I think that's really crucial. And it's one of the few kind of swag items I allow myself to keep, or gifts. And I think the ability here to choose a gift is kind of crucial as well. You talked about sizing a lot, like fashion brands giving you a choice of size, and that would usually just be a cold email, like, what size are you? And you would have to respond. How do you think about choice when it comes to gifting?
I couldn't agree more. A guiding principle for And Open is reducing waste. So we want to gift people with something that they're going to appreciate, but yet not be wasteful from both an environmental and an economic perspective. I think gifting is so nuanced and it's never a one-size-fits-all situation. So even if you followed our 3 principles of good gifting, you selected what you feel is the most thoughtful, well-crafted gift, there still may be people among the recipient list that don't like it, don't need it, or just don't want it. So that is why we have put the power of choice right at the heart of our platform. And Open allows you to give your recipient the choice between a physical gift, a digital gift, a personal favorite of mine, a subscription to the Book of the Month Club. It's that gift that just keeps on giving. Every month, you're reminded of how thoughtful that gift was when that book arrives on your doorstep, and then you enjoy reading it. So I think it's a win-win there. Or last, but certainly not least, the option to donate to a charity of your organization's choice via what we call cause gifting. And this is where the recipient is taken through a beautifully designed experience that directly deposit funds on their behalf. A really nice touch, I think, and one that I've been pleasantly surprised at how many people opt to redeem. So giving the gift recipients the power of choice enhances the gifting experience and hugely minimizes that problem of unwanted gifts. So we're going to take a look here at a campaign we ran with Spotify. It was Spotify's advertising team in 2020. They asked us to design a special experience to celebrate and acknowledge their advertising clients, coinciding with the unveiling of 2020's Wrapped, their now iconic end-of-year campaign that delivers a personalized look back at your year in music to each user's account. I don't know about anyone else here, but this is a fan favorite time of year in my household, and one that can often lead to a colorful debate as to which child has hijacked our Spotify account. It was an expression of gratitude from Spotify, a gift that would show the importance and value that their brand advertisers hold to them. So bearing in mind, this was the year 2020, people are working from home. The recipients were offered a choice of a cozy, sustainable produced sweatpant from Everybody World.
And just a shout out here to Everybody World. So this is Carolina and Iris. So 2 ex-American apparel execs based out of LA, disrupting the swag market with the best cotton basics. I love working with these 2.
A Headspace subscription, again, very poignant, given that sort of wellness and mental health was the kind of topic of conversation back then. Or to make a donation to Black Girls Can Code, Equal Justice Initiative, or Music Cares, which were Spotify's charities of choice. So drum roll, let's take a look at the results. 51% of the recipients opted for sweatpants, 31% opted for cause donation, and 18% for the Headspace subscription, which I think is really interesting that almost half of the recipients here valued the ability not to receive a physical gift. But equally, it's nuanced, right? 51% still did want the sweatpants. So really interesting.
Yeah. Thanks, Ros. I think the redemption figure is something we're asked about a lot, and it's something clients often want to forecast for. So I think that diversity is really key, which kind of proves the point about choice. So I think let's look at some other client gifting campaigns. So first up is Snap. I love this campaign. It was working with Snap's marketing team, gifting their top creators. They wanted their brand to be front and center, and they were very specific about the use of their yellow color. And we love working with clients who really care about the detail, and this is where we can get it really right for our clients. So shout out to the pickleball set, a sport I've never played myself, but my co-founder Jonathan has. The fastest growing sport in the US, so it's no surprise Snap wanted to represent their brand through this cultural phenomenon. We actually collaborated with a company called Recess, who are the very best manufacturer of pickleball sets for Snap. So there you go. And I think here choice again is really important. So Snap wanted to showcase branded gifts, but they also wanted a cause gift. So UNICEF is the example here.
Yeah, and I love seeing that beach towel here, just reminding us that not everyone celebrates the holidays in snow. So yeah, remember to think about who recipients are.
And a fun, that's Sophie from our creative team modeling the towel. So I have to mention.
Okay, next one is Etsy, an online marketplace. I'm sure most of you have heard of this company. Perhaps you've made a purchase yourself via their platform or even participated as a creator. We worked with their people team on an employee appreciation campaign. Etsy wanted to celebrate the holidays and show their 2,000 employees how much they appreciated all their hard work. What I love about the gifts we collaborated with them on here is how artisanal and on brand we went. So from the handmade mug, you can see there, each one was individually hand thrown in a studio in Brooklyn, New York by a vendor called Recreation Center, to the custom blanket featuring colorful artwork by Love is Wise, who is actually a creator on Etsy herself. So they're kind of doing a full circle there. So make sure you check her out. They're really thoughtful gifts, and they highlight Etsy's values and how much they appreciate their employees.
Yeah, a really, really successful campaign, and really love that one too. So I think next up, we're going to take a look at Airbnb. So we've been working with Airbnb for a long time. We love working with them, as we do all of our clients, but this campaign was for the host and guest community. So there was a choice of 4 gifts here, so 3 physical and an Airbnb experience, which is the digital offer from Airbnb. So the range of gifts here is really interesting. So first up, the playing cards. So we produced thousands of these, and they're so considered because actually an intern at Airbnb designed these cards, and we kind of came upon this fact and we were like, well, that's the perfect gift. So we got a hold of the designs, obviously with her permission, and we produced them. And I think it's really special because she was obviously working at Airbnb and, you know, designing each card really thoughtfully, and cards are obviously perfect for travel too. Next up then, the travel kit. So we wanted to create a nice solution for a travel kit. So we collaborated with Aesop on this. So I don't think that's, oh yeah, here we have it here. A branded collaboration that can be a nice addition to an offer. So I think what's interesting here is Aesop and Airbnb are aligned in terms of their values, and to offer kind of a luxe travel kit was something that was really special. And then, of course, the cheat toy, which is just a lot of fun, and everyone loves dogs. So that was a great one. So yeah, that was really great to get a summary there of kind of our client gifts, and I love that illustration. So I hope that gives you a good sense of what our team can create, and when we work with our clients, what we can build when we think about choice at the heart. What's so exciting to me is the ability for gift recipients to choose what's most relevant to them. And I can't wait to see what we produce this year for all of our clients and their holiday gifting needs.
Thank you so much, Ciara, and thank you so much, Ros. It has been a great discussion. And now we have a little time for some questions. So let me see what we have. Okay, Ciara, this first one is for you. If I want to do a holiday gifting campaign, how do I get started?
Yeah, well, now's the perfect time. So it's never too early to start. In fact, we're full steam ahead with most of our clients on their holiday gifting. So contact your CSM if you're an existing client, or book a demo through our website. We'll be sharing contact details in a follow-up email.
That's what our little Santa on the beach picture was referencing, Christmas in July, which we know is when it starts. So next question is, what is the maximum number of people we can gift for? Ros, I'll let you take this one.
Okay, this is an easy one. There is no maximum. We can enable gifting for as many people as you need to gift.
Amazing. And okay, next one is, can I gift a global team, and are there translations?
I think that's a really good question. Gifting globally is what we do. We have warehouses around the world. So from a logistical perspective, it's seamless. The ease with which you can gift globally is one of the most powerful elements of what we do. And we look after all of the logistical mess, delivering duties paid. That's what we're experts in. So you don't have to. And translations, yes, French, German, Italian, and Spanish, and more coming soon.
Amazing. Okay, last question that we have, unless anyone has any more. Ciara, again, I'm going to give this one to you because I know you're really passionate about this. So you talk about a branded redemption experience. What does this mean exactly, and how much can my brand come to life on the platform?
So you can fully brand the recipient experience using brand colors, fonts, logo, and even imagery and video. So you could put up a snippet of your latest ad campaign, for example, and that would become the background of the redemption experience. So your brand is very much leading the visual representation of the platform.
I love that, because as a customer, you basically feel like you're staying within that client's branding and you never leave that world. So you have full kind of control of the end-to-end experience, and it all stays in your beautiful assets that you spend a lot of money on doing the campaign and getting your campaign right. So yeah, I love that part.
Yeah, and I think it's really powerful because, even if you choose not to receive a gift, you've still got the joy of the redemption experience and the thought and the meaning behind it. So I think that's really lovely. Another thing we really try and do, and I think it's kind of our point of difference, is we try and look at the recipient experience in a consumer grade way. So we want all of the photography to be beautiful. We want all of the copy that follows the gift to be thoughtful and editorialized. I think that's really important. And I think it just speaks to the kind of quality of the clients that we're working with and like what we need to produce for them. So it's something we take pride in.
We have two more questions that have just come in, so we can answer those, and then I think we will need to wrap up. But Ros, this is one for you. Do you have specific cultural gifts? So the examples given are Diwali and Chinese New Year.
Yeah, we can work. So a lot of our vendors, of course, across the US can work within that. And then we also have something called And Open On Demand, which is a marketplace, which has vendors as well. So I know there's stuff on there for Hanukkah and other things. But yeah, reach out to our team. Our buying team are incredible. There is no gift that we haven't been able to solve as of yet.
Okay, amazing. And last one, Ciara, this is probably one for you. We would like to reward and incentivize clients to give us a great Google rating. So how do you suggest we position it? What's your experience? So that's kind of trying to get people to review the business on Google and give a good rating.
I think this is kind of quite a wide use case, and we see this a lot with clients. I think what you're trying to do there is incentivize them to leave a review, and it's up to them whether it's good or bad, but hopefully it's good. So yeah, I think kind of some of our more entry price gifts are really good for this one. So from a digital and a cause perspective, actually, I've never seen the cause one done in that use case. And I think that could be really, really interesting because, you're speaking to kind of something else. So you see a lot of like $10 Amazon vouchers for this use case, but I think taking it from a cause perspective could be really interesting.
Yeah, that could be really cool. Okay, so that's all we have on questions, and we're just a little bit before 5, so we should wrap up. So thank you so much to everyone who joined, and again to Ros and to Ciara for sharing their insights and expertise. Everyone who's watching, we hope you've enjoyed this journey into the power of choice with And Open. We'll be following up by email tomorrow with a series of tips on how to develop a gifting strategy with the guiding principle of giving choice. A recording of this webinar, just in case you came in late or want to see it all again, and a downloadable ebook on holiday gifting best practice. So look out for that. And if you have any questions on what we discussed today, If you're already a client, reach out to your AndOpen CSM or get in touch with us on hello@andopen.co or via LinkedIn or Instagram. And our next webinar will be in early October with lots of exciting platform updates. So look out for emails to sign up to that. Thank you again for joining and see you next time.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Ros. Thank you, Alex.
Thanks so much.